All right, that's all the questions I had. Can anybody else have any more? Over there.
So, what would you say to your young fans pursuing boxing?
Man, especially being the amateurs, fight as many times, as many places you can, get that experience. Losses don't mean much in the amateurs. You know, I had over 40-something losses, and I learned from every one, and I like to think I got that out the way. So when it's time to turn pro, nothing's gonna shock you. You've seen it all, you've done it all. So get as much experience as you can, you know, learn from all your losses, and that'll make you better. That's all you have.
Oh, I had the same question.
Same question.
Are you ever going to come back to Plex and train again?
Yes, most definitely. You know, after this fight, you know, I get that win, get that belt back. I love to come back to Houston. I love Houston first and foremost. You know, I've come here a few times, even since I was an amateur, and it's just always been love. Beautiful city, beautiful people, beautiful weather.
Cool.
Hey, Austin, can you fill the people in? A couple weeks ago, we saw pictures posted about you canoeing. What happened? How'd y'all end up canoeing? And we heard somebody got stuck.
Oh, we all got stuck at one point.
Why y'all left me though, bro?
Danny, I think he makes some of this shit up sometimes. But he had us out there in the river.
Lost somewhere. Using our survival skills.
Then he got stuck first, and I was laughing at him, and I got stuck. The river going this way, I'm facing this way.
And I was like last, but I ended up winning the race. Just let that be known. I won. Kree and his brother, they started cheating.
They tied they both together.
But it was fun. It was hard, but you know, the atmosphere was cool and peaceful. So you almost didn't know you were working until you had to start speeding up because I was catching up.
Right. One person said, D-Source said, much respect. Austin was schooling Canelo before he got caught. Can't wait to see you back on top again.
Hey, much respect. I appreciate you.
Tell us, how did you end up linking? We see a lot of stuff with Parlay J Sports and Entertainment. How did that come about?
Well, it was actually from a radio show right before the Canelo fight. You know, I don't even know how it happened. I called into the show, we did a good little interview, and I think people were just calling her, asking about the after party and this, that, and she called me, was like, look, I'm getting all these calls from different sources, is it true? And I said, yeah, I think it's true. You know, and she kind of helped us out with the events for the San Antonio fight. And then I seen her again for the Floyd Mayweather both Floyd fight, the Guerrero and the Canelo fight. And you know, from there we linked up, and she's just been working her ass off.
Right, and you know, at that last event we saw the real Rick Ross. How did that come about? How did he end up coming to your event?
Well, Carla, she said that.
Oh, the real Rick Ross?
To have the OG, triple OG Rick Ross, Free-Ray Ricky Ross in the building, and show him much love and respect. And you know, he sent me some articles, some things that he's doing. He's really trying to get back. So you know, much respect to Rick Ross. Hey, I'm sorry, the Reagan era got you, man.
Anybody else?
What do you think about the Malignaggi and Judah fight?
With me and boxing fan, I'm excited to see the skill level that they're gonna bring in that fight. You know, Judah, he was one of my favorites, being a Brooklyn boy and a left-hander too. You know, and Paulie, you know, he's a warrior. You know, he's slick, but he's tough. So I'm excited to see how it goes.
Pick a winner.
Pick a winner. You know, I'm gonna go with my man Super Judah. You know, he had one hell of a show against Danny Garcia's last fight. He had 2 more rounds. Who knows what will happen? The only question is time still on his side. But I gotta go with the BK Southpaw.
What would you say was the main difference when you fought Miguel Cotto at Madison Square Garden, and then when you fought Canelo at the Alamo Dome? What would you say was the difference in the atmosphere and the fans?
I don't know, man. Even though there's 40,000 plus people in the Alamo Dome, you know, them Puerto Ricans they're slick with their words, and the atmosphere was pretty similar. Just, I mean, you can't 16,000 to 40,000. It was kind of a wall of jeers. That the only difference I would say is the open scoring.
Okay.
I was able to get in the rhythm and stay in the rhythm. With Cotto and Canelo, I had to change things up.
Okay.
I thought I saw a hand pop up. I'm shy. No questions?
Can we ask one more question with Danny Arnold?
I actually was going to say, can we have Danny Arnold?
Danny, can you sit next to him for a second?
I won't take off my shirt.
All right, Danny, Flex Gym is what you run, and it seems like you have athletes, not just boxing, but NFL, all different kind of sports. What is it that you saw in Austin that had y'all hook up and come here, and what have you seen in Austin from day one until now?
Well, when I first met him, or when I first started working with him, I don't take into mind all the accomplishments, all the fights he's had, all the wins he's had, and the success he's had in boxing. I just look at it straight like human anatomy side of things and see what his flaws are, where I can help him out on, and then also see his upside. And that's what's amazing to me is that I see someone that's been, obviously we all know, so successful, yet in my eyes, I see he's got so much more potential. So, you get that, that disappointment, almost like, man, I wish I would have met him before because I could help him even more. But that's, and that's the case with a lot of athletes. And the good thing is he's here now. I will show you this, and I hope this doesn't come out in a negative way. He's got an unbelievable upside. He has improved dramatically since he's been here, and he's going to continue to improve. As a performance coach, sports medicine, whatever you want to call me, that's what we want. We want a guy that still has an upside. And so, like I said again, I'm looking forward to not only this fight, but the future fights that are coming. He's only going to get better. The other thing that I've seen with Trout, and it's great, and that's why I wanted Jermel and Jamal and Justin DeLoach to work out with us today, because there's one thing that they all have in common, other than it seems like everybody's in the same weight division, but all of these guys go 100%. And I remember when I first met Trout, and I got to do, obviously a one-on-one with him, I saw that right off the bat. And the first thing I thought about, I got 3 other fighters, and maybe a couple other ones that are not in town right now, but I was like, they give me 100% every single time. And not saying that they don't have to question things or ask why we're doing things. That's fine and dandy, but they give me 100%, and I thought, man, this would be a perfect fit. I don't care what anybody says, conflict of interest, they're in the same way. I don't care. That's going to work itself out later on. Let's cross that bridge later on. But I said, this is a good setting for these guys. And I remember we did the first run, and then you got the young Justin DeLoach trying to get out there in the front, just like a typical rookie, But it was good. It was good for him. It was great for him. And then Ma was like, oh man, I'm the one who's up and coming right now. I'm going to get in the mix thing. He picks it up. And then you got the veteran, long-haired Jermel. He's like, no, I'm not going to let this happen. I'm 22-0. I got to be. And that's what you want. And it's kind of like we did outside. It was. Don't get me wrong. These guys are all smiling and happy, but I guarantee you that every single one is trying to win and embarrass the other one, and they're going to do it by just giving everything they got. So it's been great working with them, and like I said again, what you guys are seeing of Trout so far, you're going to see a lot more.
So being in an environment where skill is sharpening skill, what do you think his most improvement is in? Agility, stamina,
Well, you're obviously going to see a little bit of everything. And that I love what I've been seeing lately with his base. His base is a lot stronger, which is great because that only complements all the skill side that he already has. It brings it out of him. And I'm sure this is very common with other boxers. I mean, they might have a flash in the second round or a 4th round, whatever it is. And my question is, why couldn't they have that flash all 10 rounds or 12 rounds, whatever he did? So my job is not necessarily to, in no shape or form, am I bringing a new Trout. All I'm trying to do is that Trout is going to be there every single round. And it comes not just from conditioning, it comes from the power, the agility, the reaction, the stamina, the mindset that he has. And that's why all the little aspects, all the little things that we do here at Plex play such an important role. The competitiveness, the getting low, and all those kind of things. And so that's what I've seen the most improvement on with him is his base. He's gotten so much stronger in that. I mean, I was talking to him, and trust me, it's not about confidence builder, and I'm just stroking the guy. What he was doing with the tossing the balls, which is all hips and power and all that, is not what I saw the first day. He did tremendous today. So we're seeing that improvement, waiting what's going to happen in 4 weeks.
I got 2 questions that came in, one for Danny and one for Austin. One of them is, Danny Arnold, do you use weights or just resistant bands?
We use a little bit of weights. I probably use it a lot less than your typical, I would say, performance coach or whatever it might be. We're all about duplicating what takes place in your sport. So if it's in the ring, and his thing is to do an uppercut, or his thing is to do a hook, or whatever it is, I got to find ways to duplicate that, add a little resistance to it, and maintain it explosive as it is in the ring. I don't ever try to do something just because it's different. I try to do what the athlete's going to do in that ring or the boxer's going to do in his ring. I'm going to try to complement his style and whatever works for him, and we just add some resistance. But to answer your question, we do a lot more band work, medicine ball, Swiss ball. What you saw today is really a small portion of what we do every single day, and it keeps on changing and changing and changing. My whole thing is keep on doing what what your sport is asking you to do. It has to be explosive, quick, agile, reaction-oriented. Don't do something that's not relevant to the sport.
Right. And for you, Austin, the question was, if you had a magic wand and waved it over the sport of boxing, what would you fix?
Janky judges.
Yes.
Janky judges, janky promoters. But that's the biggest thing. We work hard. This is for a lot of us. This is all we got. We don't have no backup plan. We're fighting to make our backup plan and to put all this work in time and motion. Like training camp isn't just a bunch of hard work. There's money that goes into it. There's time that goes into it. I'm aggravated. I'm emotionally drained, mentally drained in camp. I miss my kids. I want to see my family. And there's a lot of sacrifice we put into it to go and give it all in the ring and then get jerked because that's not what they wanted to happen. It's almost devastating. So I would say janky judges first and foremost. The promoters, they can be janky as they want, but if you get a fair shake at the end of the day, you can.
And we could have used that magic wand, obviously, in our last fight with the Vera Chavez and Vera fight. And that's a perfect example. And that's the attitude now that we're passing on, to the fighters moving forward, like Trout, is that you're gonna have to knock him out. Because it's a damn shame that they're putting in all this work, 5 hours a day. I mean, he's eating 5 meals a day. He's doing every single thing by the books, 3 a day. And then 3 people that in reality should be out of the industry are making the judgment call, and it's going to take food away from his kids. That's a shame, but we got to go for knockouts.
Right, Danny, had 2 more questions coming for you. Do you have a boxing background?
No, my boxing background is probably about 2 years old, and it's been primarily with absorbing and being a sponge around the best in the industry. I've been fortunate enough to be alongside Lonnie Shields, so I like to say that I'm on the boxing side. We're talking about I'm learning from one of the best, if not the best, in the industry. But I've been in the industry of building better athletes my whole entire life. I've been here at Plex for 17 years. I probably have over 5,000 professional athletes, everything from, believe it or not, figure skaters all the way to Taekwondo champions to NFL players. And so my background and what I put into play when working with Trout or anybody else for that matter is understanding the body, understanding the recovery, understanding the nutrition side of it, and developing the best program that suits that individual. And so that's why we've been able to have so much success in such 2 years of working with boxing.
Another question came in and said, Danny Arnold, how do you like being called the new Alex Ariza?
I don't know Alex Ariza, so if he's a good guy...
He was one of Manny Pacquiao's strength and conditioning coaches at one time.
Okay, I mean, if he's a good guy, I'll take that as a compliment, but I don't know him personally.
You can call him the new Danny Arnold.
That's all. Is he short and white? Then that's it.
Danny, if there's more boxers that want to come here and train, I mean, can you just walk in and say, hey, I want to be a boxer?
No.
You have to fill out form? What if more boxers want to come here and train? How do they get in here? What do they have to go through?
Well, I mean, they obviously have to go through, go through our company, Plex, website plex.cc. But I mean, as much as this will hurt business, the truth is this isn't for everybody. Like I said again, when I met Trout, we also, and I'm sure he did, and his people did our due diligence. We did ourselves. What type of individual was this? We've had many boxers that entertain or have tried to entertain to work with us, and no offense, that's not what we deal with. So to answer your question is, I mean, the best thing they can do is inquire with Plex, but at the same time, we're looking for the individuals that you just saw today. They give you 100%, give everything they have. They have to be talented and put a lot of things on the line. And that's why it's been extremely good working with Trout. And like I said, I'm very thankful to Carla to connecting us. And it's been for me very easy in the sense that now I finally have a person. Not finally, excuse me. I have a person that whenever we expect 100%, we get 100%.
Right. Austin, is it